Chapter 120. Toward the end of the first night watch, Ahab standing by the helm, Starbuck approaching him. We must send down the main topsail yards, sir. The band is working loose and the lee lift is half stranded. Shall I strike it, sir? Strike nothing. Lash it. If I had skysail poles, I'd sway them up now. Sir, in God's name, sir. Well, the anchors are working, sir. Shall I get them inboard? Strike nothing and stir nothing, but lash everything. The wind rises, but it's got to my tablelands yet. Quick and see to it. By masts and by keels. He takes me for the hunchback skipper of some coasting smack. Send down my main topsail yard. Ho, gluepots. Loftiest trucks were made for the wildest winds, and this brain truck of mine now sails amid the cloud scud. Shall I strike that? Oh, none but cowards send down their brain trucks in the tempest time. What a hoorush loft there. Why even take it for sublime if I did not know the colic is noisy malady. Oh, take medicine, take medicine. This is the end of chapter 120. Now this is short. The title of the chapter is long and the chapter itself is really, really short. When I was a kid in fourth grade, fifth grade, I read a book called How to Eat Fried Worms. And it was about a kid who made a bet to eat one worm a day for a month. And each worm was a chapter. And there was one chapter where it was like, whoever ate a worm. And it was just like 3 lines of him eating the worm. And this was like this insanely short chapter. Now, chapter 120 here of Moby Dick is almost as short. And there's a little bit that actually happens, which is, kind of impressive because we had 30 pages of nothing. And here we have less than a page and we have stuff happening. So the storm's still going on. Starbuck comes up to Ahab. It's like, we should probably start taking down the mainmast. Because you have the mast and you have this bit on top. It's held with a metal collar. Because it's difficult to get a really, 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 really long pole. So what they do is they take mast, and they take another piece and they set it on top, and they put this metal collar on, and they nail into the collar, so that holds the 2 pieces together as one. So holding the 2 pieces together as one, and Starbuck is like the wind. It's like causing this to break and loosen the collar. It's like, okay, well, just take the top part down, put it here on deck, and then we'll let it go. We'll deal with that later, because when the wind dies down, we'll just take the top part down, we'll put it here on deck, and it won't blow around, and it won't loosen the collar, we won't break off, and we won't lose anything. And Ahab's like, leave it, lash it up tighter. And then he's like, the anchors are slowing us down, which is what they're there for. And he's like, should I take them inboard and maybe work a little bit better and slow things down? And Ahab's like, no, leave it. Leave everything exactly like it is. Just tie it up tighter. And Starbuck is like, he's mad, man. This is not good. Now, lashing the main mast might work. It'll keep the sway down somewhat, and maybe it'll keep it from breaking, but Ahab's like, no, just lash it. And I don't know, it just strikes me that Starbuck is probably right that taking it down for now is a good idea. But Ahab's response was like, if I had skysail poles, I'd sway them up now. So you have the mast, and you have this extension on top, and skysails are kind of this other thing where you take other little poles and you stick them to the side of the mast, and you stick them up higher, and you put even more sail up there. And that's great for really calm winds, because the poles that are small and flexible, so they can't take much wind. But if it's really sort of calm, if you only have like a knot or 2 of wind, maybe 3, you can put these up and get just a little bit of movement from the wind. And Ahab's like, if I had these extra poles, I would put them up. And in a way, this is kind of like Ahab, no, it's kind of Ahab standing up to the storm, standing up to fate, standing up to the lightning. And yeah, it's Ahab just being stupid here. Sometimes he's smart. Right now, he's just being stubborn and stupid.